guys, so every Thursday, right? What do we do every Thursday afternoon?
We have our group mastermind, you know, and talk about different ways we can help our buyers and
Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon, we always talk about. Hey, come here, Freeman. Come on. This is Freeman. Freeman Wang. All right. So every Thursday, we do our mastermind group, and so today, what are we talking about today? Today.
What are we talking about?
Talk about, well, because our team will find a lot of sources.
So we have a lot of clients, right? We have a lot of clients that if you're a small business owner, or if you're a W-2 but you're receiving cash, or and somebody, your agent tell you that you cannot buy a home because there is no such thing as stated income, or you cannot buy a home because you work in casino and all your income is all cash, right?
And you're not able to get a loan or financing through a lender like a conventional, traditional way, right? If that describes you,
then what do we talk about today?
Yeah.
So what happens? So if I'm let's say I work in casino, right? I work all my income, I receive W-2, for example, all my income is cash.
Right.
Or I own a small business and then I inflated all my expenses, and so now suddenly I don't qualify the traditional way. So now what? What can we do?
Come to us because we can still help you to structure.
What do you mean? So how does it benefits me if I'm that buyer, right? So what do I need to do? How much down payment do we need?
For single family home,
yes,
we need 30% down payment. For condo and townhouses, we need 35%.
And what do you need to check on my? Do you need to check my W-2 pay stub, tax return? Do you need to check my?
No.
Like what
all we need to look at is to verify the down payment. We talk about the percentage in a U.S. bank, like bank here locally. For
not U.S. bank. There is a bank called U.S. bank.
Right.
We are talking about bank based in United States. You're not talking about. Yeah. We don't mean because there is a bank called U.S. bank. Yeah, we don't mean that.
As long as the funds here, you can show the bank statement for 2 months.
2 months.
Good to go.
So you just need to see my 2 months bank statements, and that's it. Are you gonna check my tax return?
No tax return.
What about my credit?
Credit need to be at certain numbers, right? I believe 680 above, right? Yeah.
All right. And what about for anything else? So if I'm that's if I'm based here, right?
Right.
What if I'm here on H1 working visa?
Can we help them?
Yes.
Yes. So H1 working visa. We have a lot of clients H1 working visa. We can do that.
Yeah.
What about if I'm a student, foreign student on F1 visa?
You can only students.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have F1 or F2 visas, then we have to wait until your.
What about What about if I'm an H4, which is the spouse of an H1?
Yeah.
Right. That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So the only thing we cannot do is if you are a F1, which is a student visa.
Correct.
And if you are here on a political asylum, which means that wherever you come from, you are saying that if you go back to your country,
you can go back to your
behead you and then you cannot do that.
Then we can.
And then the third one, what's the third one? There's three. The one more we cannot
F1,
F2. Practical training. If you are on if you're a student and you're on practical training, you cannot
you graduated, you're allowed to work for a year. That practical training, that
cannot do
that. F2, right? That was F2.
F2.
Yeah, F2.
Was it? I don't know.
F1 is a student, and the F2 is the one that you just.
I see. Okay. And then for you, Freeman, you work a lot with foreign buyers. What about if I'm in China right now? I'm a non-U.S. citizen. I do not have a green card. I don't have a social security. Can I buy a house here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, 40% down payment, and allow you 20% in U.S. and 20% of down payments in other countries.
Okay. So all I need is 20% here. So if I'm buying a $1 million home, how much money do I need to have in United States?
$200,000.
$200,000. Do I need FICO, which is FICO?
No,
because you don't have FICO.
You don't have FICO.
Because I'm not a U.S. citizen. No FICO. What about Social Security?
No, because you are foreign.
What about tax return?
No, because you are foreign.
What about, do you need to verify employment that I work here?
No,
because you're not supposed to work to begin with, right?
Correct.
That will be illegal. You will be deported. Okay. And so is there anything else? What else do you need? If I'm a foreign, non-U.S. citizen? Just the 20% that here in U.S.? And the other 20%
you just have to prove it as gift fund, and that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Can't get the dream house.
So in addition to, so we take care of the financing, but as a buyer, there's so many. Why would I, as a buyer, why should I work with you guys with over and above the other Century 21, the other Remax office, the other Coldwell Banker? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, number one, we are just show you the financing that's huge, right?
Yeah.
We just position you from somebody who cannot get a loan because you've been denied to somebody who can position your offer be as good as cash to compete against cash. So that's huge. But in addition to that, why should I work with you? Like, what do you have in your pockets here?
Okay, so not only are we able to help someone that they think they would never be able to lend money, borrow money from the bank, we also able to structure that as good as cash. So when we present your offers, when you find a homes that you like, we will present the offer to the sellers. We actually tell the sellers, this is like cash offer.
Hey, let's talk about it because people don't understand. What do you mean? Clearly, I'm not a U.S. citizen.
Right.
I'm not buying. I don't have cash. I need to borrow money, and you guys can help me with that.
Right.
I have 20% down payment here in the U.S.
Right.
So you help me, but I'm not cash. What do you mean? You keep on saying you're gonna help me put my offer be as good as cash, but I am not cash.
Yeah, because from the perspective of the sellers, they're looking at cash because there's something called loan contingency, like a protection for the buyers to make sure that their loan is actually going to be fully underwritten by the bank, right? But with us helping structuring as good as cash, we are actually taking that protection away, right? So, really
Basically, what you are saying,
Yes.
you are saying is this, right? If there is buyers A and buyers B,
right?
they both buying a 700,000 home, right? They both buying a 700,000 home. One is subject to financing,
and one
and
is
one
not.
is not subject to financing. Assuming everything is equal,
Which
which
one?
offer will you accept?
Which
Which
one?
offer will you accept?
Which one?
If you're thinking of selling your home, which offer will you accept?
One, that's a condition, it's like 21 days, subject to financing.
21 days. So what is financing means, Freeman? So that means if you are the sellers, 21 days I can cancel you?
Yes.
What can you do? Can you take my deposit?
No. you
No.
can't.
There's nothing you can do. That's why it's called loan contingencies, right?
Yes.
Now, what about this guy? So if you're the sellers, assuming everything being equal, which offer will you accept?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This one. No.
Okay, so Ronnie, you are saying that you can help me.
Yeah.
I work in casino, for example, right?
Right.
So you can make my offer.
I can help you from. You weren't even in this picture before because you didn't think that you were able to borrow, right?
Well, first of all, you are not even buyer B. You
Yeah.
are buyer C
We have-
because your agent and your loan officer say you are such a loser, you cannot qualify to buy a loan.
So you were somewhere out there, so we're able to put you here first, and we're gonna upgrade you to even over here. So when you are in front of the seller, then the likelihood that your offer is gonna be accepted is gonna be significantly.
Zero loan contingency. Zero loan contingency. Right? So the offer is as good as cash. That's what it means. Right? Okay. So if I'm a buyer, in addition to the financing, that's our step one process.
Yeah.
And then what's the second thing you can do?
And aside from that, we have access to lists of homes that include all real estate companies listing, and also homes including foreclosure, pre-foreclosure, short sale, new homes, corporate home,
You have a lot of new homes. Right?
and homes that you're not able to find on the internet. That's what
Homes
we
that I
have.
cannot find on the internet.
Correct.
You have access to homes, including homes that's not yet on the internet, right? Give me an example. Recent example that we help our VIP buyers clients getting a transaction and the home doesn't even exist. Because you know what happened, right? Because typically when the buyers go to a typical real estate agents, right, Freeman? Freeman, what do you think a typical real estate agents will do?
Check MLS and just show the home
They-
on the
Yeah.
internet.
When you check on the MLS, remember, those are the same homes. If I'm the buyers, I already found the homes on Zillow myself.
Yeah.
I already find it on redfinrealtor.com. By the time you email me those stuff, most likely I've seen it yesterday. You are even one day behind. When I was with Coldwell Banker before, it was so funny. Well, it's not funny, I guess, but the clients found the home. They text the agent. The agent asked me, "Hey, Rudy, how come I cannot even find this home?" And this is very common, right? The buyers actually found themselves.
Yeah.
They asked the agent said, they cannot even find it. So what you guys are saying, we have access to home. In addition to homes that the buyers can find online, you can actually give an additional list of homes, including bank foreclosure, short sale, corporate owned as well as homes they are not. So in our team we call it sellers in waiting.
Yeah.
How many of those homes now, Ronnie, that we have in our sellers in waiting database?
Sellers in waiting in which area?
Let's just in overall in all of our database right now.
22,000.
21.
41.
Yeah,
and change.
2,100.
The numbers updated every day. So
Yeah, it's constantly changed. But the last time we checked, yesterday was 2,100 home sellers raised their hand saying that I'm thinking of selling my home.
Yeah.
Right, the home is not, it doesn't even exist on the internet.
Correct.
Right, so in addition to homes that you can see on Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, or wherever else you guys see the homes, why don't you post below? Where else you find homes? Post below, right? But in addition to all of those that you've been looking, we have access to those.
Yeah.
Homes that are not yet on the internet because we self-generate those.
Correct.
What else? What else? So what else we talk about again today? Today the main thing is about financing, right? What about you, Freeman? You did a lot with a lot of our foreign clients.
Yeah.
What did you learn today that you can apply to your foreign clients for non-US citizens? Because typically when you work with East West Bank, like what do they require?
I usually work with CTBC Bank.
Citibank. Okay. How much season? How many months they require?
They require 40% as well,
Okay.
same as Royal Commercials, and 12 months reserve as well.
12 months.
But
Okay.
they only provide 5 years fixed.
5.
Today I got the Diana, it just shows like 7 years fixed.
7 years. Okay, man. Good. Anything else, Ronnie? Anything else you need to add here?
No.
So I hope it helps. So if you are a non-US citizens, or if you're a small business owners, or if you're a W-2, basically if you've been denied, right? The people say you cannot qualify to buy because there is some problem with your, your tax return and stuff like that. We are not even looking at it. This is a true stated income program, right?
Yeah.
And then not only that, because typically when people do this kind of stated income, then you submit an offer with 60 days close of escrow, your offer don't get accepted. So today we show you, in addition to this, because I'm sure we are not the only one, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that can do this,
right.
But then when they do this, when they submit an offer, they have to put 60 days loan continue, 60 days, then your offer will never get accepted, right?
We can do it most likely in 30 days. The best time, I think the shortest time we were able to close it in 17 days.
17 days. This is
17
even
days.
better than the conventional way. So this is for all of, because we have a lot of Freeman here is big on on people from China, right? Buyers from China. Ronnie here, you just put. Can you share a transaction without giving the details of our clients, but conceptually what happened last week with this one client?
Yeah, so I have a client that looking for a property in the area and they're not able to get the conventional loan approved because they have a challenge proving their income, right? So we're able to help them with the program that we were talking about, and we get them fully under as good as cash, right? So that way the offer get accepted, and they just got the key 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and what do they do?
Yeah, he's a truck driver.
Okay, so what's the problem? Like, why would normal conventional lenders
Because
deny?
he's not reporting enough income. He got
Truck drivers get paid from cash. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a partial of his income.
So on the tax return, is not the number is
it doesn't add up.
doesn't. Okay,
Doesn't
so
add up.
the normal lenders deny that.
Correct, and he's not able to get the loan amount that he want to buy the house that he likes.
All right, man.
Yeah.
So I hope it helped. Just a little sharing here on Thursday afternoon. That's what we do every Thursday from 12 to 1. Our team, we always mastermind. We always think, okay, if there's a problem, if there's a challenge, twice a week actually, Tuesday and Thursday from 12 to 1, we put our brain together, right? We put our brain together and figure out how to make it happen. Because, right, Freeman? Because typically the unsuccessful people, if you, the loser of the world, if there's a challenge, what do they say? It's impossible.
Let's make it happen.
You know, impossible is nothing. Every time there's a challenge, instead of saying impossible, what do we say? How?
Yeah.
How can we make it happen? And you can apply it in your life too. It doesn't have to be real estate, right? Whatever you do in life, right? If there is challenges, because we always have challenges in life. Instead of saying it's impossible, there's nothing is impossible, right? Instead of saying impossible, we ask, how can we make it happen? How? The moment you ask how, your mind, your brain opens up and you get to think.
Yeah.
And then the next thing here, we need to surround yourself with smart people. right? Who you hang out with matters. If you hang out with four losers, you're gonna be the fifth one. If you hang out with 4 people who just filed BK last week, trust me, you're gonna be the fifth one. So who you surround yourself matters. So here in the team, the average agent, according to the NAR, close about 5 to 6 transactions a year. Everybody in the team, everybody here, negotiating about 2-3 transactions a month. Like this guy here, this week, how many? This is your second week.
Yeah.
The second week, right? So this is what happened, right? So we look at this guy. Freeman came here, the #1 guy in Century 21 Beachside, man. So I say, hey man.
No, Chino Hill's office.
Chino Hill's office. Okay, Chino Hill's office. So I told this guy that, hey man, if you are the smartest guy in that office, because initially, I'm the #1, I'm the big dog here, man. If you're the smartest guy in the room, then guess what, Freeman? Then you are in the wrong room. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that. I was like, hey Freeman, hey man, over the last year, you negotiated over 20 transactions, and that you are the #1 guy, no problem. Hey, let me bring you to a different room here. The lowest producer in our team negotiating 20 transactions in a year. Freeman looking at me, what? And then we met a young, who is the name? The young girl?
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, how this girl, 11 negotiating multi-million-dollar transaction, 11 transactions in 3 months.
Yes.
So the #1 guy looking at this girl and like, how the hell just happened, right? But you move so fast, and because you are doing this now, you can help your clients even more. So at the end of the day, who benefits?
Clients.
The clients always feel, oh wow, Freeman's getting better and better and better and better. Now you learn this, you are like, oh shit, right? Now before, when you put an offer, it has to be subject to this, subject to that. Now boom, clean, nothing, right? So at the end of the day, it's all for you.
There we go.
All right, man, make it a great day.